what I selected.
Okay. All right. Okay, we're live. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a live episode. Kind of a short notice, spur of the moment thing.
It's not
Today, I wanted to
quite.
highlight a post I saw on Reddit about Cambly. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Somebody proposed, and I actually think it's a brilliant idea. I don't know how much of an impact it will actually, but because of the low pay, somebody recommended a first week of March, basically a teacher boycott. Nobody logs in, nobody teaches. What do you think about that, Nicole?
I was reading up on this and I'm of two minds, to be honest. I think if the teachers were to actually band together and a significant portion of them would do it, I think it could be powerful. But the reality is that there are a lot of teachers from a lot of different demographics. And
That
if it's not a significant portion, it's just going to be not even an irritant. It's just going to free up time for other teachers to take the classes. So I do think it's a step in the right direction, though.
I do too. I had never even considered this. Yeah, I
Me
think the
either.
numbers will be overall small compared to the number of teachers they have, but maybe it will still send some sort of a message, you know?
I think they need to pair it with some type of social media presence. That's what I think as a business coach type of deal. I think them just doing the boycott is missing the mark. I think if they
Right,
really want to make a stand, they really need to just put this all over social media, make it a buzz thing, try to get it to
right,
go viral.
right.
I think that will have the biggest impact, not the actual boycott.
Well, the boycott, I mean, to be honest, this is kind of clickbait, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is.
It's funny, it's fun, and maybe it has something to do with it. Um, I before we kick this off, I also sent
Mm,
an invite off to the Cambly support team,
yep.
asking them if they wanted to join us. I don't think that a human will actually see that, but it went there. It went there. Um, but what else do you think teachers can do besides something like this? I mean, this is good. It does, even if they don't watch this, if they read this post on Reddit in the Cambly thread, it might start to draw more attention to it. It has to get outside of the Cambly thread though, because everybody that reads this thread knows that the pay is awful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not actually like poo-pooing it or anything. I really think that this is a good step in the right direction.
Yeah,
I just think it really needs to be paired with some other powerful,
right.
things like social media, TikTok, Reels, maybe getting
Mhm.
this somewhere that has, somebody who has a massive following, trying to get somebody with, obviously a little bit of a bigger podcast than ours.
Right.
I mean,
All right.
not the dog on ourselves or anything.
Right.
I mean, I'm definitely going to be putting this on, I have a decent sized following, but nothing compared
Mhm.
to a lot of influencers. So, I think it needs to really be paired with those things. I really
Mhm.
think it's overdue though. We've put them on our wall of shame before. I mean,
That's right.
come on, like I think it's been like what, since 2013 or right around there. I mean, they haven't
It's
touched
it's
their
been it,
pay.
it's been at least I think it's at least 10 years. I think it's at least 10 years.
I mean,
Um,
man, it's been forever. And
right.
you know what? We might as well just talk about it now at the same time. There's a lot of chatter also about people complaining. There's just not even enough students to cover the teachers that are there.
No, I have I have logged in. Okay, I'm going to do the walk of shame here for a second. I have logged in a few times over the past
Oh, you
six
got the
months.
infinity screen going, by the way.
Do I?
Yeah.
Let me just stop sharing. There we go. I have logged into Cambly a few times over the past 6 months. I
Mm.
got zero calls. Zero.
I
That used
pop
to
on.
never be the thing. I used to always get calls.
I pop on now and again. I like to keep it active. I call it my doomsday account. It's
Mhm.
just one of those things from, when we all had COVID happen, we like to
Right,
have those backups and I'll pop
right,
on now and again. And I don't even see priority hours. Like once in a while I'll see the 15 minutes, which yeah,
right.
right. And then it's just yeah, and nobody pops in. There's been a couple threads about it. People have complained about it.
Mhm.
The pay is a big deal. You know, it is what it is. And yes, you know what you're signing up for when you sign up
Right,
for it, right?
right.
I mean, that's like,
I
working at a
call it
fast
beer
food joint
money.
and complaining. Yeah,
I call
right?
it beer money, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, they're expecting you to deliver all these classes of, I mean, we're talking like they'll send you students with like want IELTS and business courses and they want memos and I'm sitting there going, I'm sorry,
Dude,
at $10.25 an hour,
you're lucky
no.
I'm listening to you. You're lucky I'm listening to you, you know. If you want anything more than a conversation, I actually had a Chinese rocket scientist come on one time and wanted me to listen and critique his presentation.
Yeah, right.
Like, do I look like a rocket scientist?
I would have been like, knock yourself out, let's go.
I told him, you know what? And I told him, I said, you got no. I said, no, you got the wrong guy. He goes, that'd be really cool. Your son might be interested in hearing about it. I said, you
Mm.
should really find somebody else. And he goes, no, 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 it's okay. Like 10 minutes into it, he realized I wasn't paying attention to him and he just ended the call. And I'm like, that's fine. Should have done that when I told you to.
Right. Well, I mean, I've gotten some weird ones. I think a couple months ago we talked about that before where I had like somebody used me as their therapist. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all
yeah.
right,
Oh
all
my
right.
God. I had a
I'm like,
stalker on there.
that was funny. That's funny. I'm sorry.
I would talk to her more on the weekends than I talked to my wife.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
I mean, it was like 4 or 5 hours a day, and I'm like, man, I don't have anything else to talk about. Nothing.
Yes, at one point, at some point you just go, okay. But I mean, it is what it is, and you know what you're signing up for. You do.
Right.
I mean, it's like working at a fast food restaurant and then complaining about the wage, right? But
Mhm.
the difference is this is not just showing up and having conversations. Like if you people just want to come on and chat, you know, it's still a little bit on the low side. That should still be around 12 to 14 just for a general chat. But
Right.
I'm I'm sitting here going, they want actual lessons. Like actual lessons
Right.
and they make you provide credentials and and I'm sitting here going, we are well past that wage at this point. It's something that we really 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 should be looking into and I think this is a step in the right direction and I hope that they can get some momentum behind it even if they have to maybe delay it a month or something to help like
Right.
get some buzz around it, but it
Even if
definitely is something that needs to go.
even if 10% of the normal teachers
Yeah.
don't show up for a week, they'll notice it. They
They'll
will
notice.
notice it.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be like 50% or anything, it's just
Right.
it just has to be a noticeable amount
Right.
for them to be like, "Ooh, what's going on? Why are we not having this surplus of logins?"
And
Right?
and those of you out there that think you can depend on Cambly for your entire income, I don't care where you live, I wouldn't count on that anymore. There were teachers here in the Philippines, Western
Yeah.
teachers that were solely on Cambly.
Hmm.
Um, there are much better places to go, much better
You
places to go.
know, I was one of them
Yeah,
for a while.
I I I used them part-time. That's it.
For like 3 months at one point because during that double reduction like
Mhm.
everything went to just like hell in a handbasket. um for 3 months while I was transitioning into other schools and on my own, um, they were my sole source of income, and I was booked out like crazy. I could show up on priority hours and not
Mhm.
even just miss a second, just go, go,
Right.
go, go, go.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount
Yeah.
of priority hours that were open was insane. Um, Now, ooh, you sit,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
you sit.
And guys, if you're still going to use Cambly, if you know the priority hour trick, uh, you can make some free money. What you do is wait till about, if there's a priority hour going on and it's wait till like 27 minutes after the hour, grab the priority hour. Somebody calls you, go on break. And then you come back because 90% of the calls are for 30-minute classes. So as soon as somebody calls you, just go on your 5-minute break. By then, you'll have less than 30 minutes left in the priority hour, and those 30-minute calls can't happen.
You're terrible. Oh, you're
I'm
terrible.
petty, I know. It's $2.50.
$2.50. There you go. Well, and that's another thing. This is one of the very, very, very few platforms that literally pay you by the minute. So it's
Yep,
not actually by the hour. It is literally by the teaching minute.
right.
And it's 17 cents a minute, which is just so strange because if you're booked for a 30-minute time slot and a student decides to call off, like, yeah, you know what? I don't want to talk to you anymore. Doink. You're just kind of like, okay. You know?
Right, right, right.
So I don't know.
Okay,
I think it's
so
a great thing.
I do too, and I hope we can help them bring visibility to this. Maybe we can bring it up in our real podcast, not the breaking news.
Breaking news. I love this. Breaking news on the
I
Learning
wanted
Lab.
to have a scrolling thing, breaking news, but I didn't have time to
Oh,
set it up.
the ticker tape.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
didn't have
hilarious.
time to
I
set it
love that.
up. I didn't have
Ah,
time to set it up.
that would be some
Um,
editing. Um, yeah, no, I think it's a great thing. And if anybody sees this or whatever, feel free to repost, make your own post about it, make your own videos or repost ours. I do think it's something that needs some momentum. So people who are in that field, in that arena, who know how to do that, definitely try and support some teachers, right?
right,
I mean, it's really is a terrible wage. It really,
right,
really is. And you know what? Maybe it's time they start calling the herd on the teachers that are on the platform who really should
mhm,
not be there.
right, right.
That's what I
Okay,
think.
I wanted to keep this short tonight. I
All right,
think
let's
we
go.
have said what we needed to say, and we're going to continue on our lives, but we will bring this up later again.